kind of jump into the
Start
podcast
talking
conversation. Well, yeah.
mid conversation to start.
Well, I mean that would.
God, the fucking Vancouver Whalers are just so trash at this fucking game.
Wow, says you. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to the Fourth Line Podcast. I am Cass Watt, or Dr. Watt. I'm joined here by the lovely It's Smalls, Eric Sosa. Say hello.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm also joined by Greg Evil, or the Evil is back. What's up, Evil?
Yo.
And then last but certainly not least, I am joined by the one, the only Silver Tyrannus, my good buddy Blitzen. How we doing?
Hello, doing alright.
All right, fellas, there are four of us. That's at least one person per line.
No way.
Yes,
It
way.
is the fourth line.
It is the fourth line. So all I'm saying in this regard is what line do we each lie on? I'm just going to put myself out there. I'm not a first liner. I'm not a first liner at all. I'll put myself second line, though. 100%.
Well, as the only player to actually start on the first line this season for a team, I guess I'll be the first line.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I was about to say, are we talking juniors or are we talking the majors now?
Oh, I mean,
Like, where we
well, I mean, let's talk main league. Let's talk main league here for juniors.
Main league. Okay, juniors.
Juniors.
Yeah, let's talk
main,
juniors
league,
here.
main league for juniors. Okay, got it.
Yeah. No.
I mean, in the playoffs, I was on the top line. I was the only positive line on.
No, but
for
we're
UCC,
talking
but-
league right now here.
And then look where that got you.
Yeah, look that got us. No, we'll leave that one alone. But I mean, I honestly think going into next season, I will be top line, almost guaranteed.
Almost guaranteed. That's a bit of
fair.
I can
confidence
see it.
there.
I can see it.
I mean, a lot of us will. I mean, it was just our first time in the league, you know.
Oh,
just
yeah,
getting our
no
bearings
doubt.
and stuff.
Which,
I mean,
speaking of,
we're
this is all of our
we're all
first
at the-
seasons.
yeah, it's a good point.
So,
We're all at the 350 TPE cap, right?
I mean,
most
most
of us
most
I'm
of
at
us got to
327, I believe.
Close enough.
Yeah,
So-
I made it to 330.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I wasn't the most
Yeah.
diligent when it came to that, but I mean, it worked out pretty well, I think.
I mean,
I
I'll say
mean-
this: a 330 would put you fifth on QCC next season, like fifth overall
Overall.
for forwards. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
We lost a lot of talent, so it's one veteran and then a bunch of us rookies.
Oh, man.
Well, former rookies.
Well, yeah, former rookies
Well,
going into your
I
second
mean,
season.
we had 7 rookies on our team last year. So, yeah, I get it. We're going to be a lot better going into this season. The St. Louis Scarecrows.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are looking good. I mean,
We're a young
realistically,
team.
So
Yeah, you guys
got
the
another
crazy thing
season.
about this season going into next season, all the teams that drafted a bunch of these rookies are going to be powerhouses. Because like you got to think about
Yeah.
it like this:
Mhm.
if you have a team that's mostly just drafting like 3 or 4 rookies, like not more than 3 or 4 rookies, but they're pulling in like only a small amount of rookies each season, and they're actively rotating through a squad, they're gonna do good. That's gonna be like mid-table and whatnot. But there are just going to be teams that are going into like their second or third season with like 4, 5, 6, 7 rookies being promoted into their second season. Suddenly you have people who are at 350 can make their way all the way up to 450, hitting the cap by the end of next season if they're diligent with their TPE and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's
just
going to be the goal for the
example-
Scarecrows.
Oh yeah, so the Scarecrows look solid. They don't have many gaps to fill.
Mm-mm.
I mean, if anything, you might have a handful of players that just didn't really do much. I mean, just doing a quick gander at the sheet, they got 3 inactives roughly. I mean, you got 3 4s that are inactive. Those could easily get replaced with people coming in. The fact that they said that this upcoming season, for the season, would that be season 6 or 83?
Yeah, I think
junior
we're going.
draft?
We're going to 83 junior draft here soon.
Yeah, that they said that it's one of the biggest active groups that they've had by class in a long time. Just looking at season 83, we have
I think it was 125 people.
there's 12 people
Jeez.
at 215 TPE already before the
Yeah.
season even began. You have 36 at 200 or more, and 88 that have joined the league. Not a single, or only 3 of them might be quote unquote inactive. They're at 155 right now.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
That's crazy.
There's
There's going to be a lot of gaps filled with a lot of active players.
Oh yeah, no.
I hate to be the recruiter for this year. Damn, that's a lot of work.
Be a recruiter, be a scouter. I mean, you got 88 people to go scout.
Which, I
And,
mean, it's going to be easier than when they had to draft and scout for our season because there was, I think I have that number right when I say 125, right? There was 125 of us?
we had 121.
121.
We had 121. Of those 121, about 95 got drafted or are on a team right now.
Oh, so there were people who actually went undrafted. I see. I mean,
There's
at
a
the same time, it makes
handful.
sense, but what happens to them
Well,
then? They go into the second
well-
season with no team.
They're just they're still unrestricted free agents.
So can they? I imagine they're still able
They
to
can be
put
signed to
TPE
any
and
club.
whatnot and be signed. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're still gonna follow the same TP.
Yeah, I'm
caps and
counting
whatnot.
about 28 currently undrafted. 28.
And most of them are sub 200. So I mean, take away the sub 200, you're literally only looking at like 6.
Yeah, 6 people are gonna actually look to be drafted on the team. Dude, you got to be one of those 6 people, and you got to sit there and think, how the hell did I not get drafted? Like, I'm active in the community. Like, there's people who aren't active in the community, just rotting on the bottom of some people's teams. Like, why don't
To be
why don't they
fair,
draft
if
those
you
people and pick
joined-
them up?
I mean,
If you joined halfway through the season, I mean, it's just
You're a
one of
little
those
behind the
things.
8 ball.
People aren't looking to pick you up, or maybe they
That's
are
true.
if they are in a need of But
Now, here's the thing. This is where my situation differs from your guys a little bit. The 3 of you were in the draft. I missed
Negative.
the draft.
No.
No,
I
you
I was
weren't
the
in
only
draft.
one that was in the draft.
Just Greg Evil.
Okay. All right. So you're the odd man out. What conversations did you have with your recruiter that like got you into the draft? When did you get drafted? I should ask. What was your draft round?
Got me with the one bit of information I didn't have handy.
Oh.
I believe I was a 3rd round pick. I was supposed. Oh,
Shout
I'm
out
gonna
third
just
round
call
picks,
him
everyone.
out. I'm just gonna say it. I was talking big time with Vancouver,
Love Vancouver. Shout out Vancouver, my goats.
only for them to not draft me. And
I stand my ground. I stand on that.
I was the
out
fourth.
Vancouver, you made a great decision.
Yeah,
I
Vancouver
was the
made a
fourth-
fantastic decision. Hey, look how far we
Yes.
got.
Yes, can't say otherwise.
That's
Look at the St.
crazy.
Louis Bill.
Imagine where they
St.
could
Louis
have gotten
Devon.
with me.
Not
Ooh.
that far, buddy. Not that far.
Oh,
buddy.
You would have
okay.
lost to Thunder.
Anyway,
You would have lost.
yeah, I was basically the last pick of the 3rd round, to go into QCC, and I will say leading up to that, like just joining the league just before the draft. I think it was like a week before the draft. Was utter freaking chaos with people messaging me trying to get to know me, and I mean I'm gonna say QCC's been fun as hell. I get along with everybody. The people are great. Robin and Gwen literally have built my character basically for me, making sure I don't mess up.
Yeah,
And,
you've taken some steps up in that community too, right? You've taken kind of higher role.
I did the stats, the seasonal stats for the team throughout the season, and then basically made a role where we have a history now for the franchise, and I'm now part of front office. And right now we're all in the process of scouting those 100-ish people.
Yeah,
To
good
find
luck with that, buddy. Jesus.
Yeah, to find our future outlets.
So you sit in this room full of undrafted talent. You think you're better than us, don't you?
No.
Good. That's what I thought because I stand on business and I know where I stand.
I will say
But,
this:
second
the
line, baby,
best
second line.
defenseman in our group.
This is true. Yeah. Shout out to you real quick, though. Out of the 5 of us that are going to be doing this podcast together, including Tyler Bodega, who couldn't make it tonight, you are our only defender. I mean, excluding Tyler because he's a goalkeeper, but I'm looking on, in the sense, on the ice skater. I'm looking at skaters here. So actually, I do want to talk about that real quick. So how did you find doing defense this season?
I liked it. It was a learning curve, just because. Let's be honest. Defense is an underrated position because
Oh,
we don't
absolutely,
generally
yeah.
score the goals. So my grading overall is always going to be just a little bit lower. But that's fine. I don't do it for the glory. I do it for the hits.
Isn't that why we all play hockey? We do it for the violence. Get away with free
Yeah,
fights.
I mean,
Hey, if you're
Speak
doing it
for
for the hits,
yourselves.
maybe you should hit a little bit more.
You know what? Yeah, that's
No,
fair.
I was gonna say my
I had 27 hits in our playoff run that we went to the semifinals. Evil. I mean,
Ooh.
yeah, I put up 20 in 10 games.
hey, shout out to the St. Louis 7 though. I mean, being 7
Yo,
rookies getting to the
You
semifinals
know
is
what?
crazy.
I don't think
St.
we've really
Louis.
talked about what teams
Yeah.
we're on. If it hasn't been obvious already, Mr. Evil over here is a part of QCC, or what is it? QCC? Am I saying
Quebec
that right?
City.
Yeah,
Quebec City
QCC.
Citadels.
Yep. So he is a part of Quebec City. I'm part of Vancouver. Smalls is a part of the Scarecrows, and Silver Torrents
Obviously.
is over at the Bay.
Thunder Bay.
Thunder Bay, baby. So yeah, that's where our alliances lie. I do have to mention real quick. Shout out my boy Shawnee for neglecting Greg Evil and picking up the doctor. Glad to provide healthcare.
Honestly, let's throw out a shout out for someone, a couple people in our club that helped us out this season.
Ooh.
I'm going to shout out Toaster and Gene Bean. Gene Bon.
Yeah, what they do? How'd they step up for
Honestly, they helped me out with my defensive abilities. You know, I'd always, be like, hey, what should I be working on here? What should I be working on there?
you?
Always
Yeah.
quick with an answer, helping out my guy.
Oh, there you go. I've got a shout out. Definitely my coach, Coach Weebs. He's been huge. He actually made huge changes during the midseason, which I'll touch up on in a little bit. That completely turned us around by using one dumb stat that I didn't realize I put too much of my TPE into, and it ended up changing everything, not only for me but
What was
for
that?
the team.
What was that?
What was a dumb stat?
Was
Oh,
dumb stat?
face-offs
Yeah.
as a winger.
Yeah. But then you started taking a lot of face-offs. So
I did. I mean, it worked
you
out
end up-
really well.
Did you end up dumping a lot more points in?
Oh yeah, I did. I think right now, you know what? Let me pull up my players' stat lines, and I'll talk about it in just a moment here. But no, who are some people that you're looking at here? Silver, Greg.
Evil, why don't you give it a shout out first, and I'll go
I
after.
mean, I can't just. I mean, it's obviously gonna be Gwen and Ramen because they're the GMs and they definitely are dealing with me on the regular basis of help. I don't know what I'm doing, and that still holds true today. But honestly, the whole, I wish. I wish I could describe like how weird the vibe was where like we went into the season and they're like, don't expect to win. Don't expect, to do well. We're at the end of like we're in a rebuilding phase. We have 7 rookies. We're, all these like not I want to say negative, but like try to put a damper on our expectations. And I will literally quote what was said in our team chat when that was said. It was quote, "Fuck that." We proceeded to win 13 straight, I think it was at one point, and we took the trophy for number 1 in the regular season, only to get
Crazy.
destroyed in the second round of the playoffs, which
There's-
was the real awakening for us. It was like, okay, we are not unbeatable.
Just real quick, who did you lose to in second round of the playoffs?
The team that we feared all season, which was definitely Vancouver, and I do
Right on.
want to say, I talked to Shawnee afterwards, like after the season,
Yeah.
and he explained to me that they definitely changed up a lot of tactics that weren't working in the early part of the season, and that's why you guys stormed back from like the cellar to, I think you guys went in as
Yeah, we went
third seed?
from 4th seed. We went from, I think at one point we were at the middle of the
You guys
table.
were-
I think we were 9th.
you guys were as bad as as Great Falls at one point.
Yeah, no, we were like bottom of the table, and then Shawnee and Weebs, they went through and they tweaked things, and it pushed us all.
A lot.
What was it? 4th place in our, I think 4th place in our conference, 7th overall.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Silver, go ahead and talk about. Give us your
Yeah,
buzz
I
here.
wanna give a shout out to co-GM Troy. Just absolutely being a great GM this season. Working through being, I think he was a first time GM. Working through the struggles of learning the simulator while
Ooh,
also
yeah.
trying to get lines and get people playing time and all that. Also shout out to my new GM Luke of New England helping
Shout out
Troy
Luke.
out with the lines behind the scenes,
Yeah,
which
there
I
you
learned
go.
of like a few hours ago when I was doing another cast with him.
There you go.
That's why you got drafted before me.
And to those who are so interested in my face-off stat, it is currently 15.
Look, I got to apologize to Luke. I am the worst when it comes to messaging people back.
Yo,
Like,
Oh yeah,
honestly.
he
Let's
asked
talk
asked
about
me
this
to
real
tell
quick.
you to message him back when you have a
Yeah,
moment.
he sent me a big message, and I was just like, "Oh, I'll get back to him." I just completely forgot about it.
Oh,
3
man.
days later. Oops.
So now we've kind of stumbled into our one of our next topics here, or not playoff talk. I'm sorry, the draft. Let's talk about the draft real quick. So the the way the draft works for those who are not too familiar with it, you go through for probably about a week before the draft. Your DMs just blow up with all of these GMs just looking to copy and paste the same message into your DM as they do about like 12 other people, and they just ask you
Let's be
questions
honest.
like how you find the league, all that fun stuff. But then night of the draft, not only do your DMs blow up twice as much, but you're just kind of waiting for them to either send you a message about like welcome to the team and whatnot. And in terms of the draft this time around, it was pretty interesting for the five of us, or including Bodega, who's not here. But we went from regular league season where we were all on separate teams and we were all like awaiting matches where like we'll be going up against each other just so you know we could talk shit to each other and enjoy that aspect of the league, to between the five of us sharing two teams. So I'll just go ahead and I'll say it right now. I think the influence that Evil has on picking up players for the SHL team is ridiculous.
What do you mean?
So, all right, let's talk let's talk about draft order real quick. Then I'll go into my little rant on why I think you're ridiculous. So out of the 6 rounds, all 5 of us went in the first 4. So in round 1 of 3, was it 3?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it was 3. Okay, yes. Or no, wait, what?
Oh no, you're right.
Kelly
No,
got
yeah,
drafted in the
Kelly
fourth.
was 61.
So in the first round, the only one of us to get drafted was Evil. He got picked 9th, and he went to Minnesota.
Minnesota.
In the second round, it was
Me.
yes, it was Blitzen.
I went 27th.
You went 27th, but that would have been pick number.
That was number 7.
Number 7
the second
in
round.
the second round. Thank you. That's
Yep.
that's an easy way to do the math, huh?
Yes.
We went to New England.
There you go. Yes. So Silver Tyrannus is chilling at New England. In the third round, I was the first pick, and then 2 picks later, going to New England was Eric Sosa.
So you
And
know it's a
then-
trend
Yeah.
already. We went from 5 teams to right now 2.
Yes, 5 teams to then 2, and then Deli or Tyler Bodega got picked first in the 4th round, bringing him also to Minnesota. So that would be Evil, myself, and Deli playing for Minnesota, and then Sosa and Tyrannus playing on New England. Here's my. I'm gonna. All right, real quick. Let's talk about like first and foremost. How did the 2 of you get welcomed to New England? Because the 3 of us got welcomed like kings.
Yeah, same
Honestly,
thing, really.
kind of similar, yeah.
Yeah.
They just
Um,
introduced all of us as cubs to the wolf pack. Kind of a large celebration, a little whirlwind of, getting to know who makes the graphics, who kind of runs the show, stuff like that.
Okay.
I had to
Did
turn
they
my
did they
things
tell you
off
about
for
your
24 hours.
did they tell you about their expectations for next season?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
What were the words that they used to describe what next season is going to be for for New England? Because boy, it's probably a bit different than what we heard.
Yeah, we got paragraphs.
Maybe
it was
not
funny.
that bad, because Luke just told me what's his expectations for me, and that was just just be active, do your TPE earnings and weekly chirps. He doesn't expect us to pay for coaching, but
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same thing.
Do you-
Yeah.
We
So-
kind of got told we don't really got to worry about, getting called up without, warning. Like they're in a New England. New England's in a pretty good situation right now, and
yeah.
when
We got that
when
as
the
well.
current
We were
core
told that.
kind
Yeah,
of
we got that too. That was really good.
yeah, I mean, when the current core kind of ages out, we'll be in prime position to slot right in and keep
Yeah.
things rolling.
Yeah.
We got
That's
that as
kinda
well.
but a little bit different in terms of upcoming expectations.
Do you want to go ahead and explain that, or do you want me to?
I got it.
All
So Minnesota's in what we like to call the rebuilding phase.
Yeah,
Last season they had 9 wins. Um,
You heard that
They-
right,
they-
total.
they had 9 wins out of 66 games, and I mean they weren't terrible. They did score 155 times, which was league worst by about 60. They allowed 416 goals though, so the goal differential is quite almost double the next worst. But yeah,
just a little bit.
Yeah, just negative.
Only just a little bit,
261.
yeah. Oh God, I forgot that was the number.
Yeah, 261. The next closest was Hamilton at 132.
Yep.
So we're going into rebuild phase, which Waters said put nicely. Oh, you're from Buffalo. Good. You know how this works. So,
I forgot.
I said
you
as long as
that
it's
to you.
yeah, as long as it's not a perpetual rebuild like the Sabres in 15 seasons, like I might be able to
Yeah.
get behind this.
Yes.
So yeah, the expectation for us is max earn as much as we can for the next 3 seasons.
Mhm.
By our third season our third season with the major league or a major team, we might be getting called up because they need bodies.
Yeah. So that
Um,
was
it's
something I actually
pretty-
was worried about a little bit because I want to use all 4 seasons that I can in the junior league. You know what I mean? Like if they need to
Yeah.
pull me up, they can. But there is a plethora of like attackers that they're going to bring up before me because there's a couple of other wingers. Like if I'm looking at just this draft alone, Swiffer Sweeper. Like if I have to worry about being drafted, then that means both Evil and Swiffer were already called up because they both play right wing and can easily be transitioned over to the left, right? But the big
yes and
thing
no.
for me, well, yes and no, but yes. I thought it was hilarious when he sent everyone's TPE earnings and percentages and compared them to what he expects from us. Dude, that
Yeah.
was a whiplash to see like how many people have been active and then like how many people had fallen off in general. But like it was a little ridiculous for him to be like, all right, you need to get 60% of max TPE every season, or he didn't say, but there will be problems, but it felt like he was saying like, there will be problems.
there's gonna be problems. So this is just where this team is, and I'll throw out your guys' stats too because it is night and day. So we'll start with the positive side. New England is actually gonna be a contender for playoffs. I mean they're literally this season alone they're second in the division and fourth in the conference. In terms of TPE average per player, at almost 1,365, including their goalies.
That's impressive.
Minnesota is 795.
Yep.
They have
That's
a
crazy.
goalie average, and this is why I was very happy to see Delhi join us. Their average goalie is 413.
TPE.
So-
right.
Yeah, that is their top goalie. 413 TPE for their top goalie.
That's not even max for the junior league. That's not even
That
max
is
cap.
that is below a junior goalie on the team. And where are we? Minnesota. The funny thing is it's part of the Sahlberg crew. So we're not quite sure what's going on there because Ellis Sahlberg is part of the whole QCC Sahlberg crew, and we're not quite sure why they're not earning anymore, if they've just gone inactive or whatnot.
Oh, that would
But
be brutal.
in the prospects pool, we do have Jack Ryan, who is still with I forgot what team Jack is with. He was drafted from
Yeah,
season
we could look it
81.
up.
Yeah, he's got a 540 TPE, so he's jumping right into the if he got
Starting
called
lineup,
up,
yeah.
he would literally
mean-
be called up as a starter.
Yeah. I mean, he honestly could, because he's got, how much in the bank did you say?
No, he's at 540.
Oh, he's at 540 right now. Okay.
Yeah, he's at 540, and he's a season older than us.
Gotcha. Okay. And so he's still in the juniors, right? Or has he already been pulled
He is
up?
still in juniors.
He's still in
at capped
juniors.
at 425.
425. Oh, okay. So he's capped at 425, but he can have up to 540 TPE.
Yeah, I don't know how this is something, being new to this. I don't know how it works if he does get called up, if he's allowed to use that. And if he uses that, can he not go back down? That type of weird stuff.
Yeah.
I used to know like some of these teams, or these players exactly. Oh, Blitzen, he's your starting goalie.
Of course.
You could have just chimed in and saved me that. Yeah, he is the Thunder Bay Walleyes starting goalie at. I mean, what this will be his third season in the juniors. I mean, yeah, he's gonna come in, and it's either gonna be him or Delhi as a starter. But the plan is
tell your goalkeeper to fall off heavy.
Yeah. I guess the plan is if they both keep earning and keep max earning or close to max earning, they'll split the role 50-50 because there's no reason not to.
Yeah, it would be nice to have two high-level goalkeepers coming into our rookie season of the SHL. I think that would be nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that was how we got introduced to the majors.
Yeah,
they compared us to Buffalo.
Yeah, being compared to the Buffalo Sabres is not really what you want to enter the league with. Like, hey, welcome. You were.
I mean, it could be worse.
I mean, I really.
You could be the Blackhawks.
I mean, you could be the Blackhawks, but with the Blackhawks, you have at least hope that you might win a game. With the Sabres, it feels like you're walking into the stadium, eating a hot dog, and then leaving sad.
And the Blackhawks, how many cups have you guys had in the past 15 years?
Oh, it was great. 3.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
How many times?
All right.
How many times have the Sabres been to the playoffs?
Once since 2002.
Well, it's not that bad, thankfully. But
Oh,
I mean, give us a little bit of credit. I know we don't deserve it, but
here's the trick. You can count on one hand. How many
Yes.
times you've been? You don't have to count too much.
it was 15 seasons ago. When was the last time the Sabres made the playoffs?
Oh God, I don't want to talk about the Sabres anymore. I'm getting upset thinking about it. What I do want to talk about though is I want to talk about how all of our playoffs went. We've talked about it just a little bit, but oh shit, guys. I think for our first seasons, we all did really well for our teams, just like us alone. I was looking around at some of the other rookies on the other teams, and not many of them did well. We all fucking killed it. I mean, I apologize. We all friggin' killed it.
We're not swearing? Oh, my bad.
I mean, we can. I'm just gonna try not to.
Oh.
My guy is literally smoking a cigarette. I think anything goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I had as a defensive player, I had a negative 30 plus minus, so that's not great.
Well, that was in league. We're talking playoffs real quick. In playoffs, you did much better.
Oh, playoffs.
Yeah.
I had a plus minus of 1 with
-1.
Yeah.
-1. You don't get to remove that negative.
Wait.
All right, I'm gonna say it.
22 takeaways, 17 blocks, and 27 hits.
There you go.
I mean, for a defensive standpoint, that's phenomenal.
And he won 3 faceoffs.
This is.
I did.
Oh boy, I can't wait to talk about that.
I'm gonna say it. I think plus minus as a stat is archaic and doesn't actually do anything.
Oh yeah. I think
It
it's a
literally
fantastic
just
stat.
means
I
if
think it's
you.
great.
It literally just means if you were on the ice when a goal happened, for or against. That's it. It doesn't. It doesn't imply anything. It's not like shooting percentage, or like it doesn't even like explain how good of a defender you were, because you could have Sosa had a 69 DGR, the best out of any of us, and still ended with a -30 because he's a defenseman.
DGR means the great game ratings mean absolutely nothing.
That too.
Which I
Fun
think
fact
is
I learned.
dumb that the game
Nope,
ratings mean nothing.
the game rating is simply means how well you performed, and I thank Ramen for this. It's how well you performed in the role that was set for you.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
it means almost nothing.
Which, speaking of, I wanna speak on that real quick. My Dr. Wad,
boy.
my character is a left wing. The entire season I've been played as a center, which is fine. It's up to the GM's discretion on where to play you. But it was for like the first couple of like days that it was happening to me. It was jarring because I was told I was going to come in as a left wing, play left wing, all that fun stuff, and then I didn't. And then I started doing really bad, but then I started doing really good. And then I stopped caring.
Hey,
then
Wad,
they
you want to
made
hear a fun fact?
I do want to hear a fun fact. I love fun facts.
In the regular season, I took more shots than you.
Not so fun.
Which-
now that you say it.
Yeah, which is really weird.
All of a sudden,
So-
not so
Yeah,
fun
all of a
fact.
sudden,
So-
I feel bad.
So one of the this is gonna be a pain in the there we go. Yeah, so one of the stats that I think we like to use now and I think it's something I might put in our little spreadsheet going forward, is the Corsi percentage or your
Mhm.
CF percentage.
Yeah.
Basically it's just a simple fact or a stat of how many shots your team is taking versus how many they're allowing. And
That's a much
or,
better
I'm sorry.
stat.
Yeah, I
and it,
understand.
but it includes it's all shot attempts, so misses and blocks are included.
Oh, okay. Well,
Um,
I like that then. That makes that like a lot
Yeah,
easier.
so a 50% means when you're on the ice, you're shooting as much as they are.
Right.
Obviously, the higher the number, the better. If we look at those stats in the playoffs, I will bite my tongue. The Scarecrows definitely were allowing a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Only 2 of their players were above 50%. Oddly enough, they only were allowing 4 more shots per game than against.
I mean, that's going to
but
happen when you have 7 rookies on your team.
Yeah,
The
basically.
St.
But
Louis 7 goes hard.
one stat
hit hard.
that
There you go.
Sosa did really good with while in the playoff or in their playoff run, while he was on the ice, his team was scoring the most. On average of 3.6 goals per game.
Correct, because he's a great passer of the
per
puck,
si-
and he's
per
also a
60
great
per 60
presence on
minutes,
the
yeah.
ice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if I go and look at say Wad,
All
who
right,
also
all right.
led hit. No, these are good stats for you.
Oh, thank goodness.
you led your team in PDO at 104%. You actually were, which is the on ice save percentage for your team.
Yep.
And your on ice shooting percentage.
Wasn't that the stat at the very beginning of the season? We were told like, oh, don't get discouraged if the stat drops down. It's based on luck.
In the current sim, yeah.
Yeah.
You really, I mean, look at our
don't-
shooting percentages. I led with 9%. That's like absurd.
This is true.
But you had the second lowest goals against while you're on the ice. You had only 2 goals per 60 minutes,
Mhm.
and your team was scoring 4.1. So you were actually like one of the best players. I'm just trying to look over these stats really quick.
Shawnee
you were-
Weebs, take note.
Yeah, you were basically the second best player out of the 4 of us during the playoffs.
Which is crazy to say that I was only the second best player,
Yep,
but I digress.
I was number 1
You
by the slightest margin. You also went an extra round, so got
yeah,
that over
you played 10 games, I've played 18.
yeah. In those 10 games, I had a PDO of 105, and the team was scoring 4.5 goals, only allowing 1.6. Nobody else on my team was close.
Now, real quick,
'Cause,
on our little spreadsheet, where are you seeing PDO, or is it not on our sheet?
I do not have those. It's
right.
part of the advanced stats.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's fine.
Which I did not really want to dive into. I might
Yeah,
put
that's fine.
Corsi percentage in though, because I do feel that is a great barometer of
Player's ability.
your actual performance
Yeah.
versus arbitrary game rating. I
Mhm.
might actually just swap out the game ratings for those numbers because I do think they are more accurate. Also, it's really weird. I just looked down and oh no, never mind. That's right. You guys beat us in 6. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
we
we
only
did.
lost 4 games that season. Oh right.
How many of those were Vancouver?
Wow,
How many
imagine,
of those were in the
imagine
same
you
round?
6 games to be beaten.
Yeah. How many of those were in the same round? Oh,
Yeah, real
Oh,
quick,
man.
I do want to shout out. Position wise, Evil's a right wing, Sosa's a left defender.
I'm
Silver is
actually
a
a right
right winger.
defender.
You're a right
yeah.
defender?
He's supposed to be a right defender.
Are you really?
Yeah, he's right-handed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. In the PDF that I'm
let me
reading
change
off
that,
here,
Art.
we've got you.
Yeah,
as
let me
a-
change that because
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
are right, RD.
So that means I'm the only left-sided
Well,
player. But and then
Are you left-handed?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure that because if you weren't that, you're literally handicapping yourself.
Oh, yeah, no.
Another fun fact that I learned, your handedness can if
It
you're
can
if you're
oh, that's interesting.
if you're right-handed playing on the left side or left-handed playing on the right side, it's the effectiveness of about 100 TPE loss.
Really?
It's quite a significant
So
margin.
what you're saying, if I would have played on the right side, I would have been the GOAT?
You
Yes.
probably would have been much better. It's he said it was 100 at like the pro level, so like you're talking like 1500 TPE.
Sure.
So say maybe
Yeah.
8%.
Jeez.
Is that yeah,
Mhm.
I'm doing the math. Yeah, so I mean you would have been about 8% better. You might have scored like 1 or 2 more goals. You might have actually hit somebody.
Yeah, I might have actually hit some.
You
What's
gotta
that
put some
supposed to
point.
mean?
You gotta put some points into hitting as a right defense or as a defenseman, man. I should not have almost 40 more hits than you as a freaking forward.
I feel like those were just hits towards you that they counted on accident.
Probably.
To hover back to my point real quick, the three of us were forwards going through the playoffs here. What was it like playing defense through the playoffs? Was there anything different that that was like happening in your Discord or back and forth between you and your coach than might have been with us? Or
No, I mean, to be fair,
No.
there's two things
Excellent,
that
moving
in the Scarecrow's locker room. There's two things that happen. The first is we like to kiss each other between periods.
Boy.
Oh, that's a story.
You know,
you're gonna
whistle,
need to
yeah.
explain that one because I don't know enough. I know that it happens. I need to learn more.
It wasn't something that was supposed to be put out there, but somebody did. I'm not going to name names. But the second thing that happens is every time something bad happens in this organization, whether we lose, are losing, whatever, we're about to retire. That's the common joke.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
screw this, I'm gonna retire.
All right, that's it. I'm too old for this. I'm retiring.
So making it to the semifinals, I mean, it kind of delayed the retirement.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, which I
Yeah.
thought was crazy that out of all the teams to make it as far as they did, the Scarecrows blew me away. It was ridiculous. Respectfully, my
We came
buddy
together.
Eric Sosa,
We came together as a team.
I
We
had you
figured
guys
it out.
in round one.
Oh, I had you guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Too.
Yeah, to make it to
Everybody
semis,
did.
Losing
We were playing the
everybody
first
with
seed.
I understand it now.
Yeah,
Because if I'm correct, we beat the first seed, the second seed, and lost to the fourth seed.
yeah, because you guys took down the the Mariners,
I believe so. I don't remember.
which
I got
real,
hit a couple
real
times.
quick.
I
No
got the sheet.
Yeah, no
I got it here
disrespect
for
to
you.
them. I love them. Like I think their logo looks great. I don't love them. I love Vancouver. They fell off so hard. They made it look like they swept their division and then got dogged on in the playoffs.
Yeah, so
Evil.
St. Louis beat Ottawa, the Ottawa Highlanders 4-2 in the first round.
Okay, Highlanders in the first.
Which
Shocked me to all
Ottawa
hell.
was the number one.
Yeah, you
Going into
you
the
guys went in
playoffs.
as the bottom seed. So
Yeah.
then round 2 they shuffle the seeding again. So now you're playing number 2 and you take the title to 4 and win. And then you found the Kraken who they were just unbeatable. They swept you guys and then ended up taking the whole thing, which was
Yeah,
funny
but if you
because
look
going-
at their
did well.
TPE, if you look at
oh yeah,
their
they're
TPE,
they should have been.
yeah, they should have been a lot higher.
We were actually
We,
talking
there was
that
only so much.
how weird that your conference was going into the playoffs. It was like, the I don't know what the North and South Conference or whatever they are. The Northern Conference, it was literally 3 points. Actually, I'll include Vancouver. It was 5 points between the top 4, and then over there, actually Ottawa was number 2 seed, because Detroit, you actually passed Detroit to be the 7th seed. But like it was such a huge drop off. Like Carolina was the 3rd seed.
Yeah,
But they came in so strong in the end that it was just like you took out the people that should, or the teams that should have beat them.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
then you were left.
They just wanted it more. We were just happy to
Oh,
be there.
yeah.
And that's just what it came down to. we far exceeded our expectations going into the season, and actually getting as far as we did in the playoffs just shows you the testament to the team.
Yeah, overall,
To one goal to the
I
club.
think my favorite team to watch going through the playoffs, besides obviously my own, was to watch the Scarecrows go through. You guys were quite literally the dark horse of the entire competition. It felt like.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also fun to
But-
look on the other side of the world because out of the 5 of us, including Bodega, 4 of us were on the same side of the bracket. Like it was a little ridiculous. We were all in the same conference, but you were the lone wolf over there. You were trying to make it so that at least one of us, or you were trying to make it so that if one of us made it on the right hand side, you were there in the finals to be the final obstacle.
Yep. Well, you had to, can't just let you get a breeze by.
Well, yeah, of course. No, that's fair. But I mean, overall, I loved how you did in playoffs. It was fun to watch how you did. I feel like I did pretty well in
Yeah.
playoffs.
I felt like I was starting to find my true stride, with the club
Yeah.
in the playoffs. So I'm excited to see what we're going to do next year.
Dude, going into the second season here, it's going to be huge for all of us because most of us, I know not so much for Evil, but most of us were scrambling for minutes. It felt like with the other players that were on our lines. Now we're not the top dogs, but we're practically there. Like we're gonna be hitting
I was
cap here.
second line, but I think I had the most minutes on my team
Really?
for a defenseman on average.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You were second line, and then
Mhm.
what line were you? What line was Silver on? Were you first line?
I think I was third. I was third line
You were third line. All right.
for the season.
Ayo,
Yeah.
shout out all third liners. Know you're appreciated, and know that you're what keeps the team together.
Yeah, Blitzen was third line. You and I were second line going into the end.
Did I
towards
get
the end of
pushed
the
to
season.
second line? Hey, yo, shout out second liners. You're what keeps the team together.
Well, let me check.
I was just always on penalty, though. That's just what boosted
Nope.
my minutes up.
I stand
Yeah.
corrected. Wad, you were on the third line.
Disregard what I said about
Hey, shout
second
out
liners.
third
Hey,
line.
yo, shout out third liners. I mean, overall,
the
I
one
feel
thing
like
that you're gonna see is you're gonna be getting a lot more power play time next season.
which is huge. I did not get a lot of that this
You
season.
got none.
Yeah, which I think was the one thing that I was kind of disappointed about. So there were a lot of things that I loved about playing at Vancouver. The only one thing I was disappointed was I did not get a lot of penalty minutes, like at all.
Mhm.
You mean,
And especially as a
power play.
center,
I'm sorry,
that's
yeah,
where
power
you're going
play.
to
No,
shine.
yeah,
I was gonna say, you also
penalty
weren't
minutes.
taking
I got a
penalties.
couple of
Yeah,
those.
you
I
only
know
got
all the thing or
14.
two about penalty minutes.
Yeah, I know.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I was the one that had led. I also got into 2 fights. One, I'm pretty sure I punched myself in the forehead, and
You can't
the
call that
other
a
one-
fight. That's just self abuse.
Well, I mean, it happened in the Four Nations thing, so guess it does count.
Whatever.
But yeah, I mean, I will also say that just kind of backpedaling a tiny bit. Your Whalers next season have so much of a core still built. I was actually looking. You're like bottom
Yeah.
of.
Do you know how
your-
crazy that
of
is?
your top 3 lines.
I'm sitting right now and currently because I just went through and I did my weekly grabs or my weekly training and my activity check. Which, by the way, boys, don't forget to do that. I just got 7 TP, so that's putting me at 337 in total with only 330 applied.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which
Yeah,
being
you're
having
ninth on the
330,
team.
yeah, and being ninth is crazy. I am loving it here. If I could stay in Vancouver forever, I would. But I've got to move on. But not by choice, but by season 4, I'm getting kicked off no matter what.
Yeah.
Like the guys at Vancouver are great. I love them there.
Except Noxu.
No, I fuck with Noxu heavy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, me and Noxu.
Oh, you don't
Small
see
world.
eye to eye? That's why they didn't pick
No,
you
no,
up. That's why they picked me up instead.
No, actually, it's a really small world. How we realized that. Yeah, we played Rocket League and stuff together.
Oh, really? Oh, that's actually really funny.
Yeah, we're actually friends with somebody from Nexus Gaming who is making that Striker Club game on Steam. Check it out.
Oh, wait, that's the is that the soccer game that's coming
Yeah,
out?
it's from the same guy that made Slapshot Rebound.
Oh, dude, I'm actually really excited about that. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we've talked about how we've done in the individual seasons, and I feel like I'm dominating the conversation here. So at any point, just tell me to kick rocks, and I'll kick rocks. But
Listen,
yeah, Blitzen, Blitzen. I do want to hear about how you thought you did in the playoffs, because we met in the second round. No, we were
First round.
We were the first.
We went
round.
to Game 7 in overtime.
Yes, that's right. So that's actually something I wanted to talk about. It could have been either of us that went on that run.
It really
couldn't
could
get to-
have.
Like I was scared. Like after I found out that we were like going to we were going into the seventh into Game 7 overtime, I'm like, oh dude, it's just gonna happen. My season falls apart here, and Blitzen's just gonna absolutely dog walk my team. Like that was just the defeatist in me. That was like, it's over. It's so over.
Yeah.
But I was surprised when you sent the message like giving me congratulations that I moved on. I was like, holy fuck, we moved on? That's great. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Then I saw it was against Evil. I'm like, okay, it's just gonna be easy walkings from here. No laugh, clear the throat. He's like, moving on. So yeah, let us move on here for
How about
just a moment.
WJC? How were we feeling about our international teams?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little bit, because some of you guys are on the same team, right? I know
Evil, Sosa, and Budabega.
Budabega,
Bodega.
Bodega.
Budabega. I'm only referring to him
You know,
as such
it sounds
now.
better.
Tell him that. I'll let you tell him that.
I already did.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, the three of you are on the same team. Blitzen, you're on Czechia, right?
Czechia. Yep.
Czechia, very nice. And then I am on Finland. Overall, I'm really curious to know on the USA side because are you co-GM or are you GM Evil?
I'm technically the GM. I brought Deli in as a co-GM.
How
to have
did
a
you
second body.
manage that? How did you manage in your first season as a rookie to the league entirely? How did you manage to find yourself in a GM spot for one of the fucking world teams?
So they had a thing where they were recruiting, and I posted me.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you were a pick-me girl about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was active on the forum, and they asked me what team I wanted. Obviously, I wanted USA, and I got the USA Blue team, and yeah.
I mean that works
chaos.
out well. It's been listening to you talk about how like it's been stressful and how you're still trying, because we're using FHM 10 now. We're jumping up from 9 to 10.
They're still on 8.
We're still on.
This is the last season that the juniors that 8's being used. Going forward, starting with the regular season, it'll be on FHM 10.
Oh,
I didn't want to buy FHM 8 for the World Juniors.
I mean that's fair. So right now you have FHM. That's a mouthful. You have the newest one, right? You have 10. Okay. So
I have 10, which is not the newest one. The newest one is Dog.
Okay. All right. So we're just choosing to
bad.
use a better system. Okay, I like that. But so what is a little behind the scenes? Like, what is everything that you're seeing? Because every now and then when we were waiting for matches to happen, we'd get a little sneak peek when they messed up the transition, and we'd see how they like adjust the lines and whatnot.
Well, each player can be one of like 17 archetypes. Defensemen, I think there's only about 8, and goalies there's like 0. You're either a starter or a backup.
Mhm.
But then each of the various aspects of the ice has like 5 to 7 different things also. That all are basically have advantage over others. So then you got to figure that out. Okay, cool. That's fun as all hell. All right. Oh, now I got to decide how the power play wants to play. Oh, I also need to decide what amount of time each line is going to get. Oh, I also can only have so many of this archetype on my team, and this many on this line, and this person needs to be on this line, and this guy's bad at this one, so we're gonna have to move him around so that his bigger number is bigger than the other bigger number, and then I got to go into the power play lines, and now I got to adjust those time on ices. Oh, and then I got to make sure that I have somebody on my PK line that can actually shut down the scorers. All right, now I'm done with that part. Now I got to go look at the tactics for the team. How aggressive do we want to be? Do we want to be pass heavy? Do we want to be shoot heavy? Do I want to be the Buffalo Sabres and do neither?
So my question is, are you having fun?
To be determined.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
It is very, very overwhelming, especially if you go in on your own completely blind. It is like
Which
Football
kudos
Manager.
to you, by the way, because jumping in on that completely blind, I thought you were insane.
Oh
when
no,
you
no,
said
I
you
did
it.
not go blind. I went blind, but then I knew I had ramen to teach me it. We
Oh
spent
yeah,
3 hours. 3 hours going over everything
Jesus.
just to do the first preseason day of lines and stuff with numbers that made sense to me. 3 hours.
That's
then-
ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like if you've ever played Football Manager,
I can't.
it's worse than
I
that.
can't fathom Football Manager. Big FIFA guy, but I can't.
It is worse than Football Manager in terms of just so much going on at once.
You know, I love playing those simulation games, but it's got to be put down to the bare bones like basics for me. Like that's why I like the FIFA career mode, because big flashy cutscenes and play the game, have fun. No, when you sit down with like FM, or if you sit down with what is it, FHM 10, like that's ridiculous. It's like asking me to do a full-time job in my free time for fun. Like that's for things that don't even matter. Like that's what I'm looking at there. Like I love the people behind the scenes who are running SHL. Like I really do appreciate everything they do, because they are allowing me to sit on my ass like a lazy bum and just go, I type at my keyboard and I get the points. Like that's all I'm doing. I'm fucking over here doing, like, I'm twiddling my thumbs here. I'm sitting on my fucking thumbs the entire time. But like them knowing how to use the whole system has been like a fresh breath of air. So I don't have to worry about doing anything like serious. And they're just like, here are the points. Have fun with it. Don't spend too much money. Don't go into debt.
Yeah, as a player, it's fun. It's fun.
I gotta say, I was talking about it with Luke earlier about how much worse everything used to be.
Oh God.
Because before season 72, I think it was, they didn't have the portal that we have that make like updating characters so much easier.
Yeah.
No, they had threads, like update threads, where like you'd have to copy like the link from the TPE event that you did and post it to your update event
Oh God.
thread, and then update your character that way. And it was just awful from what I was told. So I'm so glad we have like this newer system.
You said that was back in season 72?
Season 72 at least.
See,
Yeah.
that was like
year
what?
ago?
No, that might have been like. No, wait, yeah,
How
you're
long?
right. Because
isn't
each
it-
season
About
is
a
month.
year ago.
About a month and a half.
Yeah, month and a half. So about a year, maybe a year and a half ago. We found this at the right time. Like I think
Yeah.
Oh, I
we
think
all
so.
got really lucky with that. Hold on.
Oh, for sure.
I'm just jumping into. So I'm taking a look at our stats here so far for WJC here, because we've only played 9 games. I feel like we're all doing really, really well in our own respects. Like I'm looking here at Sosa, and as a defender having 3 assists, that's huge.
And 17 shots.
17 shots is ridiculous. You're outpacing Evil. You're almost outpacing me. It's
Yeah, let's look at the
ridiculous.
number to the right of it, though.
No, I don't want
Okay.
to.
No, I'm good.
See, the thing about it is, I'm like Wesley. I had a premonition.
Yeah.
He had a vision from half
I had a vision.
from mid ice.
Oh God! Yeah, shout out
Hey,
my boy. Shout
my
out my
idol's
boy Wesley.
Steph Curry. My idol Steph
will-
Curry. Gotta take those long shots.
Hey, there you
I
go.
will say the fact that Sosa has 20 block shots is like what he did in the regular season. If he was on that pace for an entire season, he'd be putting up almost 150 block shots and probably be near the top of the league.
Oh yeah, I mean overall, out of like all of our game ratings, he has the highest in defensive. Like he's at a 71.
Now he just needs to hit people,
You just need to punch him in the face, man.
but don't take
That's
penalties
Evil's
like
job.
you have been. But you also have plus 7 on the plus minus, which I mean you're doing what you need to,
Yeah.
and you won 2 faceoffs.
I did. I have been winning half my face-offs. Yes.
Well, no, you've won a third of them.
Only a third.
No, it's 2-for-5, 2-for-4.
No, that's 2 wins, 4 losses.
That would be half. Oh yeah.
So
I'm an idiot.
Well, that's been recorded.
oh boy. So real quick, let's take a look at league standings. Right now, USA Blue is in third.
Uh-huh.
We've got Finland in fifth, and then we've got Czechia in sixth. So how many games in total do we have left of the WJC here? Do we know how many games are in a
There
season?
is one more day.
There's only one more day.
3 games left. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tomorrow is the last day of the round robin. Thursday is a day off, and then Friday starts the playoffs.
Okay, so I'm seeing here in each group, because I'm looking at conference now, there's 6 teams. I imagine, is it top 4, top 2, top 3? How many teams
Top
are
4.
going? Top 4. Okay, that makes more sense. So,
1v4, 2v3.
So Finland's got to get it together. We've got to at least be 4th in group.
Finland and Czechia both need to, and you guys play each other first. So good luck.
Yeah.
You both have awful schedules. Neither of you guys are have to play Sweden again. And Czechia has both the number 1 and number 2 teams currently, and
Yay!
Canada Red and Norway.
Oh God. So that's telling me I have to play Canada Black and Norway then, right? Or am I playing Canada Red?
No, you have to play Canada Black and Canada Red. So you
Okay.
got you're playing your strength of schedule is 1-3-6, whereas Czechia's is 1-2-5. So and they're 3 points further back. Czechia's magic number is literally 3. If Sweden wins a game or Czechia loses a game, they're basically eliminated.
So looking here, Finland would have to win 2 and hope Sweden loses 1, or Finland.
No,
would have...
Finland would have to win all 3 or win one more than Sweden wins. Is the easiest way to look at it.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. But it was kind of I didn't realize how the drafting for this worked. Nobody messaged me, by the way, from Finland.
There was no messaging. It was just
all right.
So for the inside scoop in case you ever wanted to actually do it, it's kind of fun. For at least for the U.S., obviously we all would have been in that pool. There's 2 USA teams, so the GMs for blue and the GMs for white literally alternate a draft. There was a coin flip to decide who got number 1 pick, and then we alternate back and forth to draft our teams from the pool of USA players. Same thing with Canada, and then once all the teams have drafted their players, any teams that had openings were then able to pull active players from USA and Canada or any other region.
Oh, okay.
So that's how you guys got onto Finland and Czechia, even though you are US.
Gotcha. Okay, so that makes sense to me now that you've explained it like that, because I was confused when they were like, "Oh, Dr. Watt, you're going to Finland." I'm like, "The fuck I am, pure-blooded
Yes, you are.
American."
Nope, no, you're not.
I guess I'm finished.
Take him
now.
to Finland.
Oh no, I'm finished. Oh. Well, it's time for me to retire, I guess.
Yep.
Taking a Saint Scarecrow approach to that. Taking a St. Louis.
St. Louis will join you in that retirement party.
Hey, listen, St.
Hey, we'll
Louis,
have
if you'll
fun
have
at
me
all
at the
the
retirement
conference
party,
call.
I'd love to be there. I'll bring some snacks.
To save money because we're all broke. We'll
There
do it
we
at
go,
the
yeah.
do it all at once.
I'll reach into my negative bank balance and I'll bring like a mold, like a stale bag of chips. And
Season
maybe, like, half
81,
a tomato.
82 rookies retiring before season 83. Let's go.
Oh god, that would be friggin' hilarious. I mean, looking at it all in all, this has been, I mean, it's fun with how much we have been pulled into for just like a season of like simulated
Yeah.
hockey. Like this is my first ever like simulation website or like anything like this, where they have like a whole website, whole community and fun stuff like that, where they're pulling out to different teams. But to go through and to be able to just be like, "Hi, I'm a little man. Will you draft me?" And then 5 teams will be like, "You're mine," and they just fucking come in with the giant metaphorical hand and put you on their bench. Like
Yeah,
to have that many people fighting you fighting for you. For me, someone who knows jack shit about hockey uses football terms to make sense of everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Same.
which, oh God, the people at Vancouver must be so tired of me because the whole shtick is like the doctor is in. Like, that's a funny one. Everyone says like doctor gets the scalpel, the doctor's in and whatnot. Anytime I do anything good in a game, I'm immediately posting a soccer gif. They have to be getting fucking tired of this shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe.
I think I'm the only one out of us in another simulation league.
Yeah,
Yes.
what
And
sim league are you doing?
Shout out Super Casual Football Simulator.
I did see that the
It's-
other day.
It's American Football Simulation League, and it's a lot more toned down than what SHL is.
Yeah.
Essentially, all I gotta do is just do like a daily check-in, and that's how
Really?
we get our TPE. Pretty much, yeah.
Oh.
Super simple. I mean, I do it right before bed because
It's
you
just
know I
easy
don't go
do
to
it
bed
that
until
way.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but the season's going all right. I'm definitely on the St. Louis team
Mm.
over there as well. We're not doing great.
No.
No.
We are doing
But-
awful.
Well, the problem is, like I said, all you got to do is just check in daily, and
Yeah.
a lot of people don't. They just forget and just kind of become inactive,
Yeah.
and it's kind of
Yeah.
unfortunate.
So in terms of the leagues that we're doing here, they've got so many. They've got a baseball league. They've got the casual football league. They've got the hockey league. They've got
Someone
the
just
soccer
posted
league.
one for soccer
Yeah,
today.
and I was
Yeah.
thinking once we go through and like retire our characters, like I'm all for making like a second hockey player. I want to jump into the soccer simulation league, see how that works, because I wonder if it's got like relegation and whatnot, like
If
how
you
the
wanna do
regular
that,
leagues
you
work.
should do both because if you're in one, you can usually get credit for.
That is a good
affiliate
point.
Oh, well,
I
yeah.
have seen
I'm not.
that.
I'm not dropping the. I don't think I'm gonna drop the.
No,
Wait,
no,
how do I
I
get
mean-
credit?
It's if it's an affiliate of the SHL, I believe.
Yeah,
because
because you can join through because they've got the channel
No,
in the
what-
Discord where you can join through.
you can literally get credit for some TPE tests,
Oh, really?
so you don't have to. You don't have to
Yeah.
do some of them twice.
Oh, wait, that's actually.
How do I
really
go
cool.
about that? Because like I've been doing the
Reach out
Football
to your
one.
GM because I have no clue.
Wait
I'm
a
sure
minute.
Luke would love to hear from me once in a while anyway now.
Wait.
Yeah.
No. Real quick. Last I checked, so you play for USA Blue, right?
I do play
I
for
am-
USA Blue.
Evil, aren't you the GM of USA Blue?
Yeah, what's up with
Yeah.
that?
So
huh?
reach out to your GM.
Oh, no,
Yeah, reach out to
no.
your GM.
If there's anything I'm gonna reach out about, how come I'm on the left? We were just talking about that.
Yeah. You know why you're on the left? Because we have 5. Or we have
Drama.
6 right defensemen.
Wow.
Is there a way I can just edit that my headness at this point, or am I just
don't
gonna have to
think you
retire?
can. I think you're just gonna have to retire
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to pull the
because
whole.
you could change. You could change your position. You could change what side you play on if you go to player. Like you
Yeah,
can
but
change
it
left wing,
costs
right wing.
like doesn't it cost like 8 million or is it 20 million? I forget.
You cannot.
I think it's 8 million
yeah,
per.
8
It's
million.
8 million to change your position.
That I mean,
Not worth.
yeah. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's not worth. it
But
because,
even then, that only really matters for changing like from defense to winger, doesn't it? Because your GM can place you on.
yeah, he places you wherever he needs you.
Yeah.
And I'm already playing the left side anyway, so I was just like, why not just
Yeah. In term, are you,
change
Cement it.
for St. Louis, are you playing on the left side as well, or are you playing right side?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on the left side.
I mean,
I was playing on the
it
left.
might be worth
It's-
it for you,
it's-
but at the same
you
time,
can't-
you've
you-
already been
you
doing
cannot-
really well.
You cannot change your handedness.
Yeah, I would say for you there, Sosa. I mean, stick it out for a little bit because you're going to become one of the top dogs, and all
Yeah.
it takes is
You-
one
you
person on
very
St.
easily
Louis to
could be the
graduate out.
next- Not even that. He's
Honestly,
he's 2
I'm gonna-
TP behind top 3 right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be
Honestly,
there most
I might as well do my retirement speech on the air tonight, guys.
Yeah, go- yeah.
It was a good
recently.
run.
You know what? Take us out. Give us your retirement speech here, Sosa.
It was a good run. I'm happy with the club I got, drafted to. Sorry, I wasn't good enough to play in a game for you guys yet. Shout out St. Louis. I'm just following the tradition of retiring. And yeah, you guys will, you might not see Sosa on the ice anymore. But,
You'll
I
always
think
be in our
Sosa's
hearts.
brother is going to be coming out.
Ooh. We're gonna have to find out more about that next time, aren't we? Sosa's brother
Yeah.
coming to the league. There you go. All right. Well, our hour is up, Sosa. Thank you for taking us out. I'm Dr. Wad. That's Eric Sosa. That's Greg Evil. And that's Silver Tarandis. Thank you for listening to our first episode of the Fourth Line Podcast. We hope to make this a weekly thing. Do all the fun stuff. Subscribe, like, do all that bullshit. It doesn't really matter.
All the YouTuber stuff.
Yeah,
and
do all
Yeah,
the
do all the
podcast
YouTuber
YouTuber
stuff.
Do you see a red button that says subscribe? Subscribe now.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I just want to
Actually,
throw
if you're
out,
on, if
we
you're
are
on,
not affiliated with it, but we are unofficially sponsored by.
No,
Yeah.
you can't say
I was gonna
that.
say,
No.
if you're on dark mode for YouTube, it's not a red subscribe button, it's white, but still click it.
Oh.
So
If you can read, press the button. If you can't, just slap whatever's on your screen.
It's,
Once
it's
again-
worth
And if
one
you're
half of a
listening-
TPE.
There you go. Worth
And you
half
know-
a
And
TP.
if anybody knows how to get us sponsored by, let us know.
Oh, I'm gonna have to bleep that out. That's so annoying.
they'll contact us.
All right. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys next week. Take care, everybody.
Et le plus important, c'est de la mettre une dedans, la machine à score.
Evil, you a bitch.
You're a fucking bitch.